There are some cities where the average taxi driver only gets 0.5 or 1 trip per hour. You know, with our technology, which is people aren't randomly driving around looking for fares, they're directed to them, and we're always working to make that more efficient, you know, they're able to do 3, 4. On mobility and some of the transportation challenges, this is where I think it gets really exciting. And again, this is not where we started. But it's clear that, you know, here in, I think, Montreal, it's an amazing statistic. So you have, in the last, let's say, 5 years, double the number of cars have entered the city as the population growth. So that's 2 cars for every 1 new inhabitant. So clearly that math is not going to work, okay? Globally, every car has 1.2 people in it. That's it. We've all driven, we commute. You look to your left, there's 1 person in the car. You look to the right, 1 person in the car. It's usually you sitting in the car. Terribly inefficient. Average car is utilized 4% of the day. It's just sitting in a garage or a parking lot. 16% of our city's land is used for parking. Think about if we could reclaim some of that. So if more people are using ride sharing, you're utilizing those cars, and ultimately you'll be able to get more personal cars off the road. But the big value proposition is what comes next, which is carpooling on scale, which sadly I'm old enough to know we've been talking since the 1970s as a global community. How do we do carpooling on scale? And it's never really worked. And so where this goes from here is really interesting, but that's what this is all about. This is not competing over one stagnant small taxi pie. It's not about one small pool of people who are driving. It's about growing the market and improving cities and helping build the future cities. This is not simply about Uber and taxi. It's about what kind of economic growth, what kind of mobility, what kind of congestion reduction do you want in a city? Those are knowable things. And now there are knowable solutions to at least begin to get you along those ways.